the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, a buddy of mine, we've crossed paths plenty of times here, and his hair is constantly evolving. Let's give it up for Lauv. Round of applause in studio, please. Come on now. Yo, so how have things been? Our last encounter was on a red carpet at iHeart Awards.
Yeah.
Where,
What month is that? I'm trying to remember what month that was.
Was that early summer? I guess it was. I can't even remember.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, now we've got new music. And just before we cracked the mic, we were talking about how there are songs on soundtracks to, fantastic shows on Netflix. The smile is even bigger now. How you feeling right now, dude?
Really good. I kind of, the past almost a year has been kind of a weird ride for me. There was a period of time where I wasn't doing so well, but I got out of that and have been really good and been finishing up my album, and that comes out in March, which I know it sounds like it's forever, but
no, dude,
kind of is, but
that's gonna get here sooner than you think, dude.
I know.
And you've already got some of these songs, and you're on a tour that's selling out. Talking cities, and you've got dates that are selling out in support of this album, this full body of work that we're still going to be getting soon, dude.
I'm super stoked.
Talk about what the feeling is in your heart right now for how proud you are of this body of work and just the headspace that you're in.
The album's called How I'm Feeling. It's going to be 21 songs.
Yo, you're going Chris Brown style on us.
I'm going in. It was going to be 15, then I was like, no, 16, then I was like, no, 18, then it ended up at 21.
Okay.
But for me, it's like my first proper debut album, because the last project I put out was a playlist.
Yeah.
And it was 17 songs, so it was like a full body of work, but it was all about one girl and one relationship, and How I'm Feeling is very much like about everything in my life.
Yes.
So that's why it feels kind of like, I don't know, it's like my first really proper thing, I feel like.
Dude, I want to start with a couple of songs that have been on my personal playlist, my hashtag Maxwell approved playlist that I've loved and curated. Am I allowed to say the F word? Let's go. Fuck. I'm lonely.
Hell yeah.
I want to focus it on this particular record right here because there's so much that goes on with what you're feeling, what you're sharing in this record, man. How important was it for you to get these emotions off your chest, and how therapeutic?
The funny thing about that song is it sounds like, from the title, it sounds like it's super heavy, but it was actually quite a lighthearted song to write.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I made the beat in an airport, and
Yo, you
it was
lie.
No, it was straight up just I was on tour, made the beat, and then just got home from tour with my friends, and I was in a conversation, and I was like, fuck, I'm lonely, and they're like, we should make that a song, and then it just kind of wrote itself, so.
Holy cow. All right, dude, because I really was. The reason why I asked the question was because, there are a lot of people that relate to that song on maybe a more deep level or a more personal level.
For sure.
So let's focus on that. The idea that you're writing songs that that do mean a lot to you sometimes, that sometimes are just effortless, but you're finding that there are so many fans around the world who are gravitating towards your songs and your message and taking their own. Yeah, explain that. What's that like for you, dude? As a songwriter, I know that's one of the most important parts of who you are.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think one of the craziest parts about Fuck I'm Lonely is when I play it live, even when I play it, I think, when I play even a radio show, for example, and I can't say it, the whole audience screams it anyways. It's so fun. It's crazy. So I've been doing this tour, and it's just every night has been insane. That really is the best feeling, is when, especially live, when you can see everybody really connecting to a song.
Yes. Especially
Especially songs that I would not expect people to know. That's always the best feeling when I play a song that's not as popular or whatever, and people still don't know all the words.
Let's go on to Sims, dude.
Yeah.
Another one, dude.
Oh,
this is a new baby, man. And you talk about how you wish that you were maybe in this augmented reality with this person. You wish it was a different time and place that you met this person. Where's the core basis of that story for you?
For sure. That song to me is very representative of kind of the way I think a lot of the times. I constantly reevaluate a situation. I'm oh, it could have gone this way, or it could have gone this way, or it could have gone this way. I could have been this person. I could have been this person. And actually, for me, it's more so than it being about meeting a girl and wishing it went differently. It's a lot bigger, and we're gonna portray this in the music video, which I shot and we're finishing and stuff right now. It's basically really about identity, and I kind of went through this big period of time where I was what version of myself am I trying to be? I got penned into this, oh, I'm a hopeless romantic, blah, blah, blah. And that was sort of my whole, brand.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
And
you're
you hear
thought of
people
as.
who aren't artists, just like normal people, just being like, is this on brand for me? And like I just think it's crazy because like I feel like humans should just be humans, and like on any given day you should be whatever you want to be. You know. So on a certain day, if you're feeling really emotional and existential, you're like that. And another day you feel
happy as hell.
Yeah.
Go to Six Flags. You know what I'm
So-
saying? You might be just be in that moment
exactly
and just accept who you are in that
and
moment.
not trying to be one thing. So like it's kind of like the whole concept for the album, How I'm Feeling. I don't know if you saw the artwork, but basically it's like normal me with 6 little mini me's that are like representing different versions of myself. Like I have like the old hopeless romantic me that I got a wig of my old hair. Literally got a real wig made. And then we
How
lost
creepy
it.
was that to see?
It is crazy.
Yeah, like
It's
a
weird.
wig of your real
hair. It's real hair. And then we have positive Lauv, we have spicy Lauv, we have existential Lauv, we have fuckboy Lauv.
But all versions of you, and it's
They're
so.
all-
But you know,
yeah.
the interesting part is, as you know, we talk about this super tongue in cheek. You know, they all are a version of you, and it's okay to be that version of you. Just the fact that you accept that
Exactly.
as truly who you are has
They're
got to
just
be
parts of
super
your-
super important.
Yeah, I just think accepting all the different parts of your personality, and accepting that you can be a little bit different.
I want to tap on that a little bit with today being such an amazing day in the world, and you
Yeah.
being such an advocate for mental health and being so expressive with the things that you've gone through. With it being World Mental Health Day, man, and you teaming up with Microsoft to bring what just first started off as little comment boxes, little tiny. They were probably when you were doodling shoe boxes in your mind, to now a full-fledged website to really help people feel comfortable to express themselves. Tell us about the website and how this has become such a massive and an amazingly positive thing for the world.
No, totally. I mean, basically, yeah, so it's mybluethoughts.world, and basically, I mean, there's 2 components. One, there's a website where you can go on and, like, you can literally speak and then upload, like, a silhouetted photo of yourself, and it has, like, this AI technology that can analyze what you're saying, no matter what language it's in, and, like, mark keywords, and you can, like, submit it in your location, or you can submit it in, like, an anonymous location, and basically it has, like, anonymous thoughts from people all over the world, and you can, like, search by keyword to find people who are experiencing something similar to you.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to, like, talk about, I don't know, like, whatever, like a breakup, you could write breakup, or if you want to talk about...
the way
anything,
that you
literally anything.
maybe I don't know, you and your parents are getting along at the moment,
exactly.
or
You
just whatever is on your heart and your mind.
Yeah.
You create a safe space in an environment that some people don't feel, like in concerts. You know what I mean? Which truly is probably one of the safest spaces for people, because we're all there in that arena, that sold out arena for the right reason, and it's just to be there with our thoughts.
Yeah.
That this other person is helping us, helping us to come to terms with.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like the other part of it was at the shows now, instead of just having the box where people can drop notes into, I have literal like booths you can walk into.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They're like phone booths, and it's sort of like a
sick.
non-religious confessional where you can say whatever, and you can like alter your voice if you want, and it's totally anonymous.
Yeah.
And you can submit stuff that way.
How important was this process for you to come to terms? Because there were times where you were saying, man, you were just kind of coasting through life, and sometimes even having to fake it. I mean, you were thrust into a situation with a hit record, and everybody expected you to be a particular way, but inside, it's tough to deal with things that, the ideas and thoughts of anxiety and trying to put on a mask at all time. How important was it for you to find the right people to talk to, and maybe even sometimes being your fans?
Super, super important. Yeah, I mean, basically, long story short, like January of this past year was like the worst month of my life. I was like stuck in bed, and I was experiencing, I didn't really realize what it was at the time, but I was diagnosed to be OCD, and like having like crazy obsessive thoughts, like over and over and over, journaling about things, just events in my life, and like over and over and over, and like obsessing about it, and I couldn't write music, I couldn't really get out of bed, I could like barely do anything. I was calling my parents all day, trying to like work through these obsessions. And I finally found the right therapist. I opened up to one of my best friends who's experienced some stuff himself, and he was like the first person to be like, there might not be this one fix that you have to think about. It might be like that you're actually just depressed, and like chemically when you're in that place, nothing really makes sense in your brain.
I understand.
So I, also went and found a psychiatrist, and I was super resistant to the whole thing because the whole idea of like medication.
Well, stigma and all that stuff.
Like,
When people are thinking, totally.
I ended up, I guess I got to the point where I was like, I don't really know what else to do. So I was like, okay, I'll try the medication route, and it honestly changed my life for the better, like drastically. I'm not saying that's like the one solution.
For sure.
I think it's a part of, you know, finding the right people to talk to, you know, whether that be friends, family, therapists, really anybody.
Dude, just the fact that we are able to lift the stereotypes, some of these words that, you know, make people, you know, so afraid to step forth. I really love the fact that there are so many people who are just human, such as yourself, who are just, whether you know it or not, you are allowing a lot more people to express themselves. And that we're talking about it now is probably the most important thing in the world now. That it's okay for us to be in these spaces. The fact that we can collectively have these conversations and help make mental health, a thing that's no longer taboo. It's such an amazing thing. And you as a star, as a musician, as a pop star, to be okay with going through it and allowing us as fans to also say, damn, dude, I feel that same way. And if he can succeed and power through it, I think that there's hope for me. So just thank you for being one of the people who are really utilizing their platform to do that and everything you do. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at also the Blue Boy Foundation. I mean, just the fact that you take to social media in the positive ways and you're able to express it. Dude, thank you for, you know, being willing to do that, man. If nobody said that to you recently.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, dude. Check this, man. I want to navigate into these sold out shows. God, man, bringing these shows to life and knowing that every ticket in the house is sold, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask in one or two words, how would you explain that, dude?
Oh, 1 or 2 words, it's impossible. I mean, the fact, like, when I was in college here in New York, I used to go to shows at Terminal 5, and like it was like some of my first big concert experiences were there, and the fact that I'm doing 2 nights there is so insane to me. And like back in LA, I'm playing three nights at a venue called the Wiltern. Like it's just like
these are iconic places, y'all.
Really, really, really crazy to me. I think because that's like sometimes I get really caught up in my head about like numbers and like social media and blah blah blah, and then I'm like, oh wait, I show up at a venue and like there's all these tickets sold and all these like kids who come and like who are screaming the words, and it's just like that's what it's about, you know.
For sure. As we creep in towards isn't it crazy to think that it's the end of 2019, dude? Like 2020 is about to be fucking here, dog. And it's like the nuttiest thing.
I'm excited for 2020. It's gonna be crazy.
So that's what is there to look forward to, man? I mean, clearly we already know the full album, these 21 songs that we get. But what else are you looking forward to sharing with the world, dude?
A bunch more touring. Yeah, I mean, really, the 2 big things really are the album, a bunch more touring. I mean, and honestly, like, I have so many songs that didn't make it onto the album that I'll probably put out anyways after that. And I want to do, like, I'm already thinking about what my next project's going to be. Like, I want to get to the point where I'm, like, releasing music sort of like I finish a song one day and then the next day put it out kind of thing. I want to start doing that.
Well, I mean, if you're making beats in airports, dog, and they turn out to be these bangers, damn it, dude. I mean, I can only imagine what's going to happen in the back of an Uber or Lyft.
Yeah.
You know, if you're trying
it's
to
rare, but yeah.
Well, I mean, just saying, dude, as long as it takes for you to get up and down to 405 in Cali, dude, you could create the entire album in the back of an Uber. You know what I'm saying? On the search for the most perfect dipping sauce for those chicken tenders, man. I'm sure that there's something out there that can be created in the backseat of an Uber. No, all jokes aside, man, hella proud.
Thank you.
Because it's just been so cool to just watch you grow into your own. To reach these peaks and sometimes valleys, but to come right back up in these peaks and to just be the most honest Lauv that's out there, dude, and giving us hits to play on the biggest radio stations in the world. I mean, it's you deserve every damn bit of it, dude.
I appreciate it. Thank you
and
so
remember,
much.
man, we spoke about this one thing I did write down on my notes. We spoke about blue dipping sauces. Bro, are we going to hook up the blue dipping sauces or what?
I haven't thought about that in so long.
We got to get in on it.
Oh, my God.
We got to get on it.
We should do it. Now we have to have 6 colors because I have.
Oh, yeah.
I have all these colors.
There we
now.
go.
Rainbow dipping
dipping sauces. All I want is 3%.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying for this idea. Just 3%. Remember me, fam. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up, man. It's my guy. This is Lauv.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
The 100.